Greetings, YouTube. I was absolutely floored by the amazing response to the video, why I chose the Kawasaki W800, and wanted to say thank you. It's incredible to see how well that video is done. Today we'll talk a little bit more about the newest bike to our fleet, the 2020 Kawasaki W800, but I just wanted to talk a little about my motorcycling family. In our stable we have 6 motorcycles, including our daughter's dirt bike. I'm a big fan of the N+1 formula for how many motorcycles are needed, up to the phrase that no one should have motorcycles over 50. 50 motorcycles is enough. Little joke there. Our stable consists of the following street bikes: a 2003 BMW R1200 CLC, we call her Bessie; a 2011 BMW G650 GS, we call her Hope; a 2016 Suzuki Boulevard S40, which we call Takara; a 2020 Kawasaki W800, which we call Constance; and a 2022 Can-Am Ryker Rally Edition we call Titan. The last bike I bought for me, alone, is the R1200 CLC. I tend to hang on to bikes and ride them until their blue book value is close to zero due to mileage on them. I had a BMW 1984 R100 RTP that I acquired in 1997 with 60,000 miles on it, and gifted it to a friend in 2013 or 2014 with 330,000 miles on it. There were repairs done on it, including new rings and sleeves and a transmission rebuild at about 270,000 miles. I tend to hold on to bikes for a while, which is why my wife made the comment, "This will be the last bike you buy, get the one you really want." In another 15 years or so, will I really be ready to buy another bike, or will I be happy with the collection in the garage that we have? Only time will tell, but for now I suspect the latter. The Suzuki S40 and Can-Am Ryker Rally Edition both belong to my wife, who loves to pilot her own bike. Our daughter is waiting to attend the beginner motorcycle safety training course herself and hopes to adopt the Suzuki S40. We did have a close call right before the 4th of July involving a deer fawn in the W800, where I grazed the little guy with my shin as he was crossing the road. I'm happy to report that there was no wreck, no serious injury to the fawn. Sometimes I just have to thank my lucky stars. I've ridden over 30 years and over 500,000 miles and never had anything like that happen before. The video is posted on the channel and my wife's channel as well, different edits of the video. Currently at about 450 miles on the W800 and feeling like I'm getting to know her, understanding how she rides and limits of the factory tires, starting to break in the seat and give the suspension a little work here and there. I have noticed that after fueling and then going on a longer ride, depleting a couple of gallons or more from the tank, sometimes there's a quiet whistle. And it took me a little while to locate it down with my wife's help. Opening the gas cap stopped it right away, so if you encounter a whistling sound on your W800, that might be something that you try. If you have a W800, I'm curious what modifications you've made. I've got a fly screen on order from Omega Racing that I'm going to install. I've been watching the boards regarding suspension on what upgrades people are making, and before I even purchased the bike, I was considering a Corbin seat replacement. Much to my dismay, the 2019 and newer W800s don't have a seat available from Corbin yet. I'm feeling about 2 hours in the saddle is pretty darn comfortable, but after that I get a little saddle sore. I still absolutely love the look of the W800, and turn around to get a look at her every time I walk away when I park. Some of my favorite standard features of the W800 include the LED lighting. I get that an incandescent light would be more period correct for the retro styling. It is a cool light though. Not just the headlamp, but I love that it's LED all the way around. The center stand. Oh my gosh. I had no idea why the center stand has become such a rarity on bikes these days. So much easier to do winter storage if you have a proper center stand. Sure, there are aftermarket detachable center stands, but having one on the bike is fantastic. The clock. So I'd rather it be analog, but digital clock works great, and so much easier to know how long I've been out by being able to just glance down and get a peek at the time. ABS. I'm a huge fan of ABS and feel completely comfortable grabbing a fistful of brake when I need to. Knowing the W800 has ABS is very comforting to me. How quiet the exhaust is while still having a great sound. Having the quiet exhaust that sounds this good is incredible. Nice job, Kawasaki. The feeling I get riding the W800, the nostalgia is strong with this one. Things I'm considering changing and would appreciate opinions on. The seat. The big issue right now is finding a comfort seat option. Corbin has the W650 seat up to the 2018 W Series. No seat from Sargent or Reynolds. Mustang isn't taking custom orders right now. Thinking of just buying an eBay 2019 Plus W800 seat and taking it to the local upholsterer and seeing what magic they can do. Anyone have suggestions what you've done here? Tires. I was originally looking to go for an 80/20 adventure tire. The only adventure tire I could find that fit was a 40/60, first number being street, second number being off tarmac. But after putting a few miles on the Dunlops that come with the W800, I'm thinking something like the Michelin Pilot Series. Anyone have a good recommendation for either an adventure tire or an excellent street tire? So far, the suspension suits me just fine, but I do see a lot of modifications being done to the W800. Many going far as the Olin shocks on the rear and replacing the springs on the front. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy the video. Please do consider liking and subscribing. Please do answer the questions I've asked in the comments if you've got experience with the W800. And I appreciate the time you took to watch the video. Keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down.